Timestamp. It is May 2nd, 2026. About 1:30 a.m. Been up all day, didn't sleep well. Jinx is alive. And so we did not go the route of the animal hospital that we got referred to because of extortive stuff. So I think I told you they were looking at 6,000 minimum, possibly as high as 17,000. So Hicks and I were texting back and forth. Jinx was here. He's not great, obviously. Hicks and I were texting back and forth trying to figure out what to do when our vet called and said, hey, how are things? I'm like, you're calling about Jinx. And the tech was like, well, yeah. It's like, we told her what happened with the hospital, and she was, we'll go with pissed. And she said, let me have the doc call you back with, figure out our options. And we were trying to figure out, are we putting him down? What do we do? So the doc called us back and was like, his sodium levels are crazy stupid. He's obviously having kidney issues. He's dehydrated, malnourished. He's just not eating. Come on. Clearly, there's a lot going on there. But he has an upper respiratory infection, which, between that, yeah, I'm working on it. Gently does not, ooh, good job. Does not necessarily mean ramming into the trash can, but hey, if it works for you, great. Janice, I saw that you were trying to come over here. Hey. Cookie, yeah. Shrimp cookie. Shrimp Temptations, they really like those. Now, don't you start carrying on again. I'm not dancing with you. Or maybe I am. So, the doc was like, I don't want to put him in our, because they have like a hospital type thing too, but no one stays overnight. They just do it for more mild cases. And they were like, well, if you guys are willing to do some of the treatment, we'll get you the stuff. Got another science experiment going on here. Because the sink started backing up today. Ironically crazy that our cat that's obsessed with water is really ill, and then our water system here starts acting weird. Hey Hex, hey bud. Like, Poseidon, what do you want? You're obviously messing with us. So, went in, talked to the tech. if I blink funny or whatnot, it's not because I'm AI or because I'm actually a kidnap victim. I have a sty developing on my upper right eyelid, probably from all of the crying. So, Pix has, I guess coffee would be the smart move, right? Pix was an EMT in the Air Force. So, move my pears. Gotta bake that up tomorrow. Baked a rack of drumsticks tonight with, this is interesting spice that I picked up a while back from Ollie's by Weber. It's a sweet coffee. It's a seasoning and rub. Did that on the chicken tonight. Really damn good. Really damn good. Did a typical like barbecue sauce, but then did a quick rub of that on before panning it. Really good. We're gonna do some Starbucks medium breakfast blend because it's good, it's quick. I can do it more easily one-handed since my props are not cooperating tonight. So, Pix has taken Jinx to George Station. He's got one of the luxury crates set up so we can kind of quarantine him, make sure he doesn't get into mischief. We're trying to do, there we go, helps if I turn it on. Play a little Barry White, light some candles, or just maybe push the button. I'm going to do a baking soda vinegar science experiment here in a minute, make sure I knocked out that clog. So, Tech walked Pix through how to do the, it's not really a, it was in a drip bag, but it's not a, like, hook them up to it, you know, feed her through the hand or anything like that. Basically, it's 1 milliliter once a day, and you cinch up the skin on the back, because when a cat or a dog is dehydrated, usually you can, like, pull the skin and that's the way you can tell if an animal's dehydrated. That one I knew. So you just kind of pull up some of the fur along with the back, but not, you know, grab the bone. You grab just the fur and the skin, and plug in the IV and basically go 1 ml. And it's a saline. Basically, it gets the hydration beneath the skin and helps, you know, the body kind of does what the body does from there as far as spreading out the moisture. Got some different potions and unguents. I found her a small hand blender here because my mom's got 6 of everything. Luckily, I have a really good memory, so I knew where I put it. It was one of those items that I was like, we may keep this. Now I know why. I have a weird talent for picking up things that I'm going to need later, not realizing that I'm going to need it later, just knowing that I'm going to need it later. It's a really weird cosmic universal thing. You know what I mean? I just always have the oddball gadget that is exactly what someone needs at that moment. It's been like this for years. I'll buy something at a store that's like on clearance or something. Categorically nothing I'm going to need, but for some reason I'm like, I need to get this. And 6 months later, one of my friends will call and say, oh my god, I need a Type 3 widget, and no one has one. I bought one of those 6 months ago on clearance. It's in the closet. Hey, how quick can you get here? Some of my best friends, if they were on camera right now, they'd be going, I don't know, weird luck thing. So, need a hand blender. Poof. I know exactly where there is one. So, the idea here, because he's had 2 cans of wet food in the past 24 hours. Now, to say he's had 2 cans of wet food is slightly deceiving. He's actually basically, because I intentionally picked out like chicken and gravy, not one of the pâtés, the ones that are like, Jello mold, but, has like chunks with gravy. And he's pretty much sucked the gravy dry out of them and eaten a couple of niblets here and there. So, sent her to George. She already has some stock there because I'm handling the inventory. I'm good at this. But I sent her a stack of chicken and gravy and beef and gravy out of the warehouse, basically. And she's got the hand blender. So the idea is, I already got a head start, being that it's a and gravy, but hand blend up the beef or the chicken and make it kind of a thick gravy. It should work to where maybe we can get some, not just moisture in him, but also vitamins. Love the way the English say that. That's where I got that from. Nutrients and vitamins. It's a long shot. We still may lose him. And we know that. But the doc was, number one, really pissed at the hospital because she had told us, might be 3,000, something like that, which we were going to try and figure out. And then she explained the situation, and they explained back what they were going to do. And apparently that didn't line up with what they told us, because she called to check on it. After our phone call, after her tech called us today, she called the hospital, and what she was told didn't match up with what we were told. And then we were able to show paperwork saying, well, this is what they gave us. So there may be a professional squabble going on in the background, but that is not my monkey. My monkey is an aquaphile black kitty that we would like to try and save. That is my monkey right now, and that is Pix's patient. And her medical training is really, really handy in these moments. So last check-in was a couple hours ago. He pooped, which shouldn't be like a woo, but he hadn't really done any kind of excreting in the past 36 that we know of. So we think there was nothing in there to poop, or pee for that matter. He's terribly dehydrated. He's normally about 9.5 pounds, and he's about a little bit above 7.5 right now. He's lost like almost 2 pounds for a 10-pound kitty. That's a lot of muscle mass. That's a lot of weight. If you weigh 200 pounds and you suddenly lost about 40, okay, that could be bad. So going into this clear-eyed, we still may lose him. But if he's willing to fight, and it seems like he is. I've seen animals when they want to give up, and he's not really giving me the sign of like resignation, we're willing to fight. And Pix, of the four of us, is easily the most qualified, and if we still lose him, I know that she did everything that was, humanly possible. So, we'll see. If we have to bury him, we bury him. But he's 6 years old. He's not, a kitten, but he's also, that's not a full life. Lorgia kind of set the standard. She was 17. That's a hard. She set the bar pretty high. But Kaiser, Tiny's obnoxious tuxedo, he's 15. He's actually one of Lorgia's sons from litter number 3. She had probably a dozen litters. She had a reputation on the street. She did a great deal to further catkind. I have lovingly called her a slut before. With love, But my girl got around. And there was no protection, obviously. She was not into that, clearly. Stevie and Luther, who are Pix's cats. Luther looks a lot like Lorgia. They're definitely related somehow, because we got them from the cat lady down the street, and half the cats in the neighborhood, 90% of the cats in the neighborhood probably have Lorgia in their tree somewhere. I believe the polite term is prolific. I hope this works. Both what I'm going to do in the sink and the medical procedures. One of the dangers, apparently, I might have mentioned this yesterday, I'm still tired, so I don't know what I've said and what I haven't. Investigate that here in a sec. The danger of just trying to rapidly hydrate Jinx is the sodium issue. Apparently, you could, but it can cause. You guys knocked the table now? Oh. Mind not rearranging the furniture scrap? Thanks. Rapid hydration with the sodium issue could cause brain swelling, spasms, seizures, and or death. So because the sodium's so high, we've got to try and rehydrate him slowly as to not send him into a system shock. Which that's what the hospital was willing to do, was every hour, every 2 hours, whatnot, do a specially in their lab, basically develop formula to try and do that. But here's the thing. Our doc explained the hospital was going on. The hospital explained to her what they do. but then the prices didn't match. Because what they told her, the cost would probably be drastically different. By like $7,000. So, we'll call her Dr. W. She was professional in the way that she was talking to us, but underneath it, we could tell that she was pretty pissed at the other side. When you send somebody for a referral, you give your client information, they come back with like a bait and switch story and whatnot. You send them there. And we're not mad at the clinic or Dr. W, because holy cats, these guys it's an amazing clinic. Love these people already. That hospital can go to hell. That wasn't cool. We were there 3 hours. And they kept us waiting and waiting and waiting. And we think they were dragging it out to make sure that we were desperate and there was nowhere else we could go. Oh my God, you guys, chill out. Gesundheit. So, that was not okay. It's really, really irritating me. So I've been doing stuff around the house and waiting by the phone, answering the phone. It'd be great if this worked. Again, I don't know if it will, but I don't know. And the doc seems to think that maybe some of his weird levels are because he always has had at least some kind of kidney issue. And part of his infatuation with water is the kidney issue manifesting in real time. Basically, the idea that he's always wanting to drink because his kidneys have a thing, which I don't know. I mean, it makes sense to me. I'm a gold shirt. I'm a gold shirt that started out as a red shirt. My wife's the blue shirt. Do I have an understanding of science? Yeah, actually I do. But it's not really my specialty. But I'm very logical. And that does make sense to me. The kidneys don't really work correctly, so he's constantly drinking because he's trying to fuel the kidneys, basically, because they think he's thirsty. Okay. I could see that. Sure. Again, I don't know. I just hope this works and we can pull him out of this. It's not going to be a 1 or 2 day thing, though. It's going to be a week or two of constant manipulations. There's a chance, so we're going to take it. Exactly. If he passes, well, we tried, he tried. And he almost got put down last night, so kind of a zero-sum situation, I think is what they call it. Hell of a start to May, right? Alright. Let's make a volcano. I may not even need to do this because I may have already worn a big old box of baking soda. I've actually got a couple cleaning and stuff around here. I picked up a couple because I thought it might be a good idea. Used some already. Actually, I already went through a big box on other projects over the past year. Because, have you seen the place? Generous portion of baking soda there. Vinegar. Should be fine. Yay! I'm listening to the pipes. Oh, did I win? I think I won. Doodle, I think I won. Fighting with this for hours. And he's been watching me very confused. Haven't you? That guy. My obnoxious tuxedo. You can get food, you don't have to follow me around. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing magic tricks. Be swell if I won. I think I did. Ew, it's wet. Give him the pipes and it was wet. It's so weird. So I've got a dishwasher full that I'd love to run. Apparently the water drain on this side of the house does not connect to the other side of the house. Learning new tricks about this place. But I'm guessing the dishwasher, because it's right there, and the washing machine, the clothes washer, because of this pipe back here. That apparently is the exit for water for the stuff in line here. But I'm guessing the bathrooms and shower and all that are on the main septic line. I don't think this is actually on the main septic line. It's very strange. I mean, I've heard of that sort of thing if people are doing like garden irrigation, but I did not know that this was set up that way. I still don't know that it's set up that way. I'm just guessing at this point. But I feel pretty good about my guess. Again, not a blue shirt, but a gold shirt that actually thinks. Don't tell anybody. I'm not hearing any gurgling and it didn't stop, so I think it actually went through. I may have won. Maybe swell. Alright, James. I didn't tell you to stand right there. I know you're not James. See, here's the thing. I did that once earlier today before discussions happened, and Jinx came running down the hallway. He didn't try and drink the water as it was pouring, but he stood next to the water bowl as I did it. saw a glimpse of the Jinx that I know. I haven't even started drinking yet, jeez. Which, this may seem silly, but that seemed to me like a critter that was interested in living, but was having a hard time figuring out how. I'll fight for that guy, you know? I'm willing to try, so am I. Exactly. Not yet, I haven't. So, we'll see what happens. No explosions or anything. It's promising. Yeah, I can hear it in my own voice that I've been like crying and stuff all day. Yes, I do own shirts with sleeves. I won't be sleeping in it till very constricting. Gotten spoiled being able to wear like tank tops and stuff around here all the time. I think it's hot real quick, you know. But yes, I clean up okay. Hoping. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to run some hot water in that sink, see if it backs up, and if it does not, I'm going to run hot water because that will help agitate things more than cold water. See? Science. Yeah. I understand the basics enough to be dangerous. And if there's no malfunction or kerfluffle, and Shanae and her sisters do not show up, I am going to get crazy and run the dishwasher. I'm going to stay up and babysit that a little bit just to make sure that I'm not hideously wrong in my guesses. But if after about half an hour nothing has gotten wet or gone sideways, I'm going to go to bed. And hope I have good news in the morning. Work on one brick. Just putting some more. I was hand washing some pots and pans and prepping them for the dishwasher. Because Pix brought over all that kitchen stuff. I'm trying to go through that. Did some food prep, you know. Normal Betty Crocker stuff for me. One brick. Alright. You should know the mantra by now. Sing along unless you're new and then you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. And that's okay. Welcome. Welcome to my world. Unedited, raw, warts and all that. Health check. I am a little stressed, just from a standpoint of I don't want to bury a friend, you know. Congested, and that's partially because it's a normal day, and also because I've been crying off and on a lot for the past like 48. Because I don't want to bury a friend. But otherwise I feel good. Sad. A little scared about that, but I feel good. So, hug your parents. Hug your kids. And really do that, you know. You don't know how long you got. or they got. I don't know anything. You're going to be okay tomorrow, okay? I swear. You will wake up. Make it a great day.